just because I don't want the store to have messed up our time.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, America.
Yeah. So. Okay. So so we sorted out the food, and we go back to Lucky and Adam speaking.
Yeah, and as Adam has a couple of empty wretches, when he recovers, Dusty would just take him by the shoulder, pat him on the shoulder a little bit, and be like,
Lucky, you mean?
You all right? Or I mean Lucky. Yeah. What did I say?
You said Dusty. I'll do it anyway if you want me to.
It's funny because everyone else has been mixing up our names this entire campaign, and now I am.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
It's rubbing off on me.
But and then I'd be like, all right. So when you go to the noble, go up, find the proprietor of the place. He's a man named Thaddeus. Smallest guy you'll ever see. You can't miss him. He's got a ridiculous hat. Very, very hard to miss. He's like 3 feet tall. And let him know this exactly. Tell him, my friend says thanks for letting him off the hook. Let him know when and where he should pay you back. You got that?
Say the beginning part again. Sorry.
Tell him, my friend says thanks for letting him off the hook.
Haha.
Ask him when and where he can pay you back.
Oh, okay. I suppose you said he's a small man?
He's the smallest of men.
A halfling?
He is
A halfling in
literally
the
3
city?
feet tall.
Is there a halfling in Lumen's Row?
What the fuck is a halfling?
Wait. What, if he's not a halfling, then what? Has he been stunted?
All I know is that he's really tiny. I don't even know what a halfling is.
Small humans are typically referred to as imps, and
Also, I think I remember we specifically mentioned this in the first session. Halflings don't live around here. I don't know what they are.
Most uneducated people, as yourself, would have no concept of what a halfling is.
And I am like marginally more educated than most people, but still, it's like I have no idea.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
My character can read. And knows 2 languages. That's ridiculous in and of itself.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that humans are the only race stricken with this ailment of being dwarfed.
Oh wow, dwarfism. That's amazing.
Yeah. You guys would refer to midgets as imps in this, and it's a very derogatory.
He's a
Yeah, I don't think I would describe Thaddeus that way for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
find Thaddeus, tell him that,
I can do that.
and tell me what he says to you.
Yes. I can do that. Yes, of course. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm off to go get bread. I don't know what you're doing.
Wait, can I come with you?
I don't see why not. And with that, I'd head over to the market. Sort of.
You guys start to leave, and I've just like been waiting with the rest of the people. Like, are you two quite done?
What? Oh, yes.
I had a moment of insight, and that's why I've held everyone here. Before we go about getting the food, it might be pertinent to check out the 2 safe house locations Lucky mentioned. Now that I'm recollecting my thoughts, that was the last thing I remember Cone talking to me about. I don't know if he's the type of man, but he's been brash recently, and I would hate for him to come to an untimely end trying to get one of those caches himself.
He wouldn't do that. Wait a minute.
I look at
Well, let's get moving. If he's been gone since before I woke up, he might be dead already if that's where he went, so let's move.
What was that, Adam?
Yeah, I just wait a moment. And I look at Belle, because we're at the door, right? We're at the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm like, Belle, was it?
Yes, that.
He just his head very so slightly just turns over to where you are, Adam.
That's ever so. Would you happen to know whether my friend Colin went through sometime in the eve? Perhaps early hours of the morn?
His little cup that he holds out for gold gets raised slightly more into your direction.
I look down at the club at my side. Do you know how?
You also look down at your belt, and you know that you have a gold
I
piece
know.
stuffed in your belt. Yeah.
I know what I have. Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't remind the party. Yeah. I'll. You wouldn't happen to be able to use weaponry, would you?
His head starts to slowly turn away from you.
I apologize. Are you bargaining with a blind beggar? Just asking questions
Yes.
here for clarification.
Yes. Is that
Wow.
a problem?
I just misjudged you. That's all.
Yeah, he's completely turned away from you now, Adam, like staring off into the street.
Yeah. Very well, then I suppose that would accomplish several tasks at once. Can we not kill people if we don't have to?
I was planning on not killing anyone the last time, but all of you decided to jump the gun and kill people, so I leave that up to you.
Don't throw me in with this rebel.
Apologies, Dustin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katarin's just like, like,
What are we waiting for? He could be... Hey, we
My
should
plan
go.
yesterday was to simply trick them and get the things while they were distracted.
Yeah, except they saw me, you bastard.
Yes, and you could have run away, led them off, and we could have taken everything.
Then they know I'm alive. And that's the kicker.
Please, if you don't think someone knows you're alive by now, then you're idiotic.
I'm not
Please.
taking risks.
I don't know. I
You would
think it's
need to
very
hear
logical.
literally everyone who knows what a scab looks like. You've spent a night down in the funnel. Chances are someone knows you're here.
I know people know I'm here. The question is whether it's anyone higher up at the Scabs would listen to. They're a bunch of pompous asses lately.
Well, there's no need to waste time debating. Let's be off. Please, Lucky, show the way.
Fine by me. And with that, I'll lead the way.
This should go well.
Just to scope it out. I'm not even going to get anywhere near it because
Mhm.
I'm not taking a risk at this point.
Mhm.
all right. So you guys are heading towards one of the caches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
all of us, huh?
I guess so. Are you delegating tasks, Dermond, or is everyone traveling?
I just think we should swing by, see if there's been a commotion. If there's been nothing, we head on our way and we go get food. I just want to make sure that Cole's not dead.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like that.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are all sticking together then. So, you guys make your way to one of the nearby caches. It's several blocks away, but it's easy enough to get there in the morning. It'll take you about 30 minutes to walk there, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys make it to the where, like, around where the cache is. And Lucky, you kind of put your hand up and stop everybody because you know that you guys are getting close. And you know that it's underneath. You know that the safe house. Sorry, one second. The safe house is underneath a. It's underneath a kiosk that looks abandoned.
And I'm going to look around to see if there's anyone in the vicinity or anyone trying to keep an eye on this. Oh, that works.
Okay, yeah. So you hear it before you see it. You just hear, "All right, you fucking bastards, put your backs into it. Get all this shit out of here before, well, it's taken again. Come on, you fuck!" And you just hear, then a guy get hit. And,
Do I
you know
recognize
it's
the voice?
Scabs. You know it's Scabs.
Do I recognize the voice?
Mm-mm.
Good. And with that, I'm like, they're clearing the place out. Let's get out of here.
They're clearing the place out. We should. I mean, if they're taking everything, we should. I just kind of shrug.
Do you want
We
to
have-
kill them all again?
We have one chance. So I'm staying. I leave it to a vote. Anyone interested?
No.
I am interested.
Like, he
Let's
just looks
go
around
get
and
the
just-
meat like we wanted.
Whatever you say, Jomond.
Hmm.
Says Katarin as she picks up a rock.
No,
Oh.
I do think it's a waste to let resources go to waste. But it's fine.
And If you really think so, and with that, I'm going to climb up onto a roof to get a better view. Let's see.
Okay, so you're going to climb up onto a roof.
Yeah.
So I'm going to swing us over to a map then, if that's okay with everybody.
Why does
Alright.
he just start climbing everywhere? I don't understand.
I say he's
No
like
one
a
looks up
squirrel,
in this
very
town.
loudly, and point at
Like
him.
a squirrel.
He's like a squirrel, he is.
Also, it's one of the only things my character is good at other than killing things, so
It's a good
when I'm not killing things, I'm going to be climbing things.
You can climb.
I mean,
and
dude,
get down.
I completely understand that sentiment. Whenever I'm in danger, I climb stuff if I have a good character.
climb stuff. Yes.
All right, so Lucky, you would be over here.
Alright.
Ooh, where,
Raw.
So everybody else would be around here. You guys can add your own stats to your own people.
You know, Lucky, before you head off and do God knows what, I was basically submitting to not doing this. We don't have to. My goal is to find Colm at the moment.
Well, it's your call. I'm getting a look at least to see if it's worth it. Yeah, and so I'm getting a look to see if it's worth it.
Yeah.
Can I see
And,
what kind of supplies they're hauling out?
There is a crate that the one up here seems to be stuffing things into.
Can I see what's he's stuffing?
You can't see. It's just stacks of stuff.
Huh. So quantity-wise, it looks like it's a lot.
It seems like a decent amount. It might be about the same haul that you guys got the other day. Like
Alright.
it might be somewhat decent. You're not quite sure what it is because with the scabs, you never quite know what they have. Just because it's always random, right? But you do notice, however, that they seem to have somebody of a bit more higher note and authority with them, who's kind of overseeing everything. He actually looks somewhat decent at fighting, and he has like an actual weapon at his side that he's brandishing.
Can I see what weapon is it, just out of curiosity?
If you want to see things more specifically, just because you are climbing, I'm going to make you roll another perception.
All right. That works.
What did you get?
18.
An 18? Yeah, he has a short sword.
They're a bit better armed this time, but about the same numbers, and they're loading up about the same kind of haul. I'll leave it to you guys. What do you want to do?
How are you talking to us?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only like a rooftop away from you, so I'm just probably crouching down and
Shouting to us?
probably not even shouting.
Very loudly.
I'm
I mean,
crouching down.
if you climbed up onto the roof, I'm not making you make checks because you're so amazing, but like at climbing. But the thing is that you would be like 15, 16 feet off the ground.
Okay, that's not that much. I'd
Yeah,
probably
it's,
just be
it's not
leaning over
crazy. It's
the-
not crazy, but you'd have to be like, God, like you'd have to be whispering, right?
Yeah, I mean, how many people are in this area?
Scabs.
So it's just them. It's like pretty much empty.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'd be just like barely above a whisper if I could, leaning over the edge to like keep as much of the roof between me and them as possible as I was giving information back and forth.
Right, well, as I said, I don't feel like dying, and we're looking for Colm, so we can be on our way.
All right, as you say. And with that, I will scurry on down.
Yep. So yeah, you scurry on down, and you guys are going to get away, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go to the other location.
Okay.
Oh no.
So we're going
So
to
yeah.
the market now.
Well, no, you're going to another safe house. This
Oh,
safe
okay.
house you think might be a bit better because it's literally it's in an alley. It's underneath a bit of paved road. Well, because there's a couple paved roads in Lumen Row that kind of go throughout, but you know that there's a brick that's loose that you lift up, and there's a chest underneath it.
Ah,
And yeah, that one will be about 20 minutes from your location.
okay.
So you guys are going to walk And you make it to where the location is, and I'm not going to waste any time on this. Essentially, when you get there, you notice right away, Lucky, that the stone has been lifted. And
Yep.
the cache has obviously been cleared out.
They cleared out all the caches. That was...
Right. Any
Unless I see
bodies
any
lying
others.
about? Any sign of a struggle?
Go ahead and give me an investigation.
Oh.
Everybody that wants to see.
I will investigate also.
I'll
I rolled a perception, so can I just take the same -2? That would be a 20.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going up immediately. Like Lucky, you're the one that goes in, and you know where the chest is. So you're like, oh, okay, well, it's obviously been lifted. And then Adam, you actually notice that there are chest drag marks and several pairs of footsteps. So it seems like a couple men were carrying a pretty heavy chest away.
Okay, but no signs of someone being dragged.
No,
Okay.
it's very clearly scrape marks of a chest.
No,
I don't
this
see
was-
any.
this was-
Yeah, Jormund, you're looking around, looking for blood or anything. You can't find anything. Dusty, you're picking your nose, and a butterfly sputters by, and you kind of you start paying attention to that.
Oh,
Yes,
what
it's all
color is
very-
it?
Oh, Dusty.
It's a monarch butterfly.
Dusty, that there is a monarch butterfly. It's one of the few forms of butterfly that can survive in
That's
the...
fantastic.
There was no struggle here. They were dragging a chest.
Fantastic. Well, that's good news that he's not dead, and bad news that we have no idea where he is. All right, let's go get food and keep an eye out for him, then, shall we?
Sounds good.
Right. This way then. She starts to lead you guys towards the market.
Did you want to say something, Dusty? Sorry, you just looked like you wanted to.
I kind of like when you're talking about monarch. He was kind of like muttering like money, the word money under his breath.
A money butterfly, nice.
Money
Nice.
butterfly.
Like he was probably going to suggest that he caught it and used it to get food, because you called it a money butterfly.
Aww. The money butterfly.
But no, too late for that.
That's adorable. Alright. Where were we?
Yes. Yeah, so you guys will head to the market that we first saw Dusty and Katerin when they were first introduced. You guys will head towards that market.
Mhm.
And when you go in, I'm going to describe this place a bit more just because, Adam, you've never been here before.
Oh, yeah.
There are several different stalls with a lot of different weird looking people, many of them not looking like they're from Lumen Row at all. There are a lot of humans as the merchants here. And they look to be dressed of upper class, like they're not from Lumen Row, like they're probably from Brask. There are many. The only people that look like they're actually from Lumen Row that have stalls here are people that have these little weird boxes that have dried up dead rats hanging by their tails. Some sort of rat catchers that are selling the vermin meat, for pretty cheap. There's also a couple people that seem to be selling bedrolls and other things. And there's one stall in particular that kind of weirds you out, and you're unsure of what it is. It's literally a wheelbarrow filled with mud. And the teller and the seller just is literally just looks like a nobody commoner, and he's standing there next to it. And the sign next to it says, "Miracle, 2 silver."
How does the script look? Does it look well written?
Miracle is not spelled correctly.
Okay, good. Because if it were, then it would have been interesting.
Yeah, and he's just standing there.
Any of you know that man? Yeah, I point to the guy with the wheelbarrow.
Do I know that man?
Yeah, he's here every single day.
Hey, he's always standing there.
You know,
He probably goes to sleep like that as well.
I've never seen him sell a miracle, so I don't know if his product is legitimate.
Just for your sake, Jormund, you actually would know what Miracle is. Miracle is a mud that is soaked with a very special water that nobles like to drink. It's a drink that it's a water that has a root soaking in it called kava. It has a numbing property to it. So what Miracle is that it's a mud that you can spread on your body if you have rot to ease the pain. It's very, very sought after in Lumenro.
Well, pray that you never have need of his services, and let that be that. At the very least, he can ease your way out of the immortal coil.
Oh. Maybe. Okay.
That'll be pretty stupid getting stuck in a coil, wouldn't it?
Indeed, Dusty.
Well, actually, speaking of an electrically conductive coil, I mean, those are very hard to find. The Institute
While they talk... Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I was just bullshitting. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say you quietly muttering that I couldn't tell if you were talking yet.
That's the point.
While they're talking, I am trying to lift a coin purse off of one of the merchants.
Okay, who?
Um.
Because most merchants here have guards with them.
Oh, okay. They do mostly have guards with them.
Most of them, yes.
Who looks the least well protected?
The Miracle guy.
Okay, other than him, who looks the most?
Well, the rat guy doesn't have anybody with him.
Okay, so anyone who actually has money has guards.
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody from Rask has guards.
In that case, I'm gonna go with the regular. I'm gonna go with what we did last time with the bullshit and steal some stuff.
Try and steal some bread or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, do you guys want to roleplay this, or do you want to just do mechanical rolls with advantage if Jormund is going to give me a decent performance?
Jormund's gonna roleplay it regardless.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah,
good. So, who are you guys going to target then? Because we have a guy that seems to be selling some sort of bedrolls. We have the rat seller guy. We have a guy who's selling boots and clothes. We have a guy that's selling perfumes, which seems a bit odd. We have a guy that's selling weird mix-match potions that you're not sure what they do. We also have the Miracle guy, we have the rat guy, and then we have the bread guy. There's also a meat seller that seems to be selling some sort of dried venison.
Does the meat seller have guards?
Yes, he has the most. He has about 6 or so people with him.
Yeah, I tug on Jorman's sleeve enthusiastically, and I'm just like looking at the meat and like,
Gotta have.
Do you want
meat.
that or the rat meat? You want the meat. Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
And I'm like, I'll lean over and I whisper like, "Don't say anything, but I want Adam to like me."
I understand. Well, I look over. How much meat is over there? Like how much
meat is over there? It looks like a deer strung up, like different bits of it. Like there's like a leg hanging, a couple legs.
Okay, so if you take something from there, it's very likely to be noticed.
Yes, it's pretty big.
Oh, okay. So there's not like little.
Also, the only people that are buying it are also people that look like they're from Brask, and they all look drunk. They're stumbling up to the because the thing is that you're like, why would there be fine meat sold here? And there are a lot of people that look like they're from Brask, stumbling up, sort of in a haze, buying things and eating it.
Hey, look, Lucky. Unless
It kind of catches you as odd, Adam, because you're like, why would all these people from a different city be here?
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, did you say something, Bajan? Yeah,
yes,
really
I said
quiet.
your name. I wanted to speak with you for a second. I actually want to know, Frosty, do these men who are coming drunkily up to the stand, do they seem to be in affluent attire?
Yeah, they're dressed. They're dressed from upper class, though they would be a commoner in the of the upper class.
Certainly, but practically royalty here.
Yep.
Do they appear like, if I watch one transact, do they seem to be taking out copious coinage?
Yes.
Yeah.
And overpaying for the meat, it seems.
Oh, perfect. Lucky, I have an idea.
I listen.
As a part of our arrangement, mayhaps we can attempt this. And I glance at Jormund and Catherine and Dusty. I think myself and Dusty will attempt. No, myself and Lucky will attempt a ruse of sorts.
Got excited for a minute.
So we can expand our efforts.
You have no use of me.
I mean, I'm sure they do. Yeah, I look to Dusty.
But doesn't. I'm going to tell you, it's stupid for multiple groups to run cons on the same group of people.
Well,
at the same time.
It would be different. You would run your con on someone else.
So you want... What's your plan?
Well, my plan.
I assume we're huddled outside the square, so we're not that one random group of commoners huddling in the middle of a...
Why not?
Yes, and
Hiding
I'm
in
standing
plain
like
sight.
this. Why
I
don't
mean,
you
I
circle
assume
them
there's
like
tons of
this?
people in the marketplace anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. You guys are one of, you guys are
Okay.
you guys are few of like 80 or so people
Okay,
wandering
nice.
around.
Oh, okay. If it's that
There's a
many,
lot
then
of
I'm not
beggars
worried.
here too from the funnel.
Yeah. So, see, Lucky, being the deft one that he is, will pickpocket. However,
I
will
could
make
probably get there if someone distracts them.
He's real good.
Wait a minute.
Catherine's quite skilled.
Wait a minute.
She winks at you, Adam, just like got it.
Perhaps 2 hands riddling in purses could be more valuable than one. 2
And-
pairs of hands. Anyway,
And are you offering the distraction?
yes.
Very well. If you're confident, then I'd love to see how this goes.
So what's the plan?
My plan is to basically try to perform some magic tricks around maybe a small... If there is a grouping of the drunkards, if there is not, then just around 1 or 2 if I can manage it. Just a magic trick, just come up to one and be like, "Ho, sir! Have you seen the latest magic tricks from Burlag?" And I just start casting minor illusion and prestidigitation, like summon an
Oh,
urn.
okay. So
Yeah.
you go up and one of the guys.
No, sir.
Burlag?
So you're trying to collect tips and rob people at the same time.
No, I haven't seen any fucking tricks from Burlag. And one of the humans spits straight at you and it lands on your vestment. Elf. And he starts to laugh, and a couple other guys start laughing with him. One of them's like,
Wait, friend!
and he vomits a copious amount of alcohol onto the floor.
No, yeah, you know what I do? I do this. As soon as I notice him about to lean over to hurl, in my head I'm like, "You're gonna regret this," and I get in the way of the vomit.
Oh no!
Yeah, I literally hold my cloak up to catch it.
Here's the thing that you notice. So here's the thing that you notice about the vomit is that it isn't from some shitty ale. It seems to be from a very fine wine, as it's almost a crimson blood color.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I store that in my memory.
And he throws up a decent amount on your vestments.
Well, sir, it seems that you have vomited upon my robes, but it's quite fine, it's quite fine. As you can see, I'm more than capable. And I snap my fingers, and I'd like to clean it.
Prestidigitation, ladies and gentlemen.
How did you
Prestidigitation.
do that?
See, sire, magic tricks are much more than just fanciful lighting. Why,
Yeah.
I can summon a hand out of thin air. And I summon a mage hand right next to my own. I'm like, ooh. Ooh, and I just do these really simple hand movements with them both that like just try to
Okay, so
mix it.
go ahead and roll me a performance with advantage.
Yes, thank
Because
you.
you have been willingly vomited upon.
Yeah, this might be pretty bad still. That's not too bad. 12.
I
Damn.
can't hear. I can't
You
hear.
just to remind you, I know that you may not want to waste this, but you do have advantage. I mean, you do have
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Would I be able to use inspiration on a roll that I have
You can-
advantage on already?
Yeah, you can use inspiration whenever you want.
Okay, I think I'll save it for now.
So yeah, I'm saying you can save it. Okay, so for the 12, I'm going to roll something. So okay, so you're doing that, and this noble is just like, wow, have you ever seen anything like that? And the other one's just like, you should bring this one back to the governor's place. I think he'd make a nice addition. And as you're saying that, you feel a hand on your shoulder, Adam, very, very stern hand that is cold. And
Slowly turn my
you turn
head.
around, and this gentleman is looking at you.
I will eat him.
Not fucking likely.
Hello, higher.
And he shoves you.
While everyone's distracted, can I be picking pockets?
Well, that's the thing. You can try. You can roll against this guy's perception. You are
Oh,
going to
you
have to
can
beat a
roll?
23.
Damn.
Well, now that you've told me that, I'm not going to try.
Yeah.
I mean, I want you to try, but yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So yeah, he shoves
With a natural
you.
20.
He shoves you, Adam, and as he is close to you, you can smell decay coming from this person. He has clearly died a long time ago.
What? Is he like an undead thrall, or does he look undead?
Yeah, he does. He's missing his nose, and the pigment has gone from his skin. His skin is decaying, and he is very clearly dead. He has been dead for a while.
The pigment's gone from my skin right about now.
You don't know who this is, Jormund, but it's very clear to you that he is a revenant of some kind.
Yeah. I'm waiting, but I will act as soon as it seems things might take a turn for violence.
And tell your little girlfriend that if she doesn't want her fucking arms broken, to back off.
And Katerin is just picking the pocket of somebody and is like,
"Yep, yeah." I just
starts to back up, and this group of like 6 or so men from Brask are all kind of just like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And this guy is very obviously their hired caretaker.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, German will like rush up, like he'll bumble up.
Yeah.
I swear, you. Apologies, sirs. I am so terribly sorry. They are up to old tricks, and I have told them to leave such people alone. Have I not said this? You know what? Don't answer. All of you. Oh, and I just walk up to Adam and I smack him across the face.
Nice.
Can
you roll me a punch, please, to see if you.
No!
Oh, please.
Is that just the strength check?
It's a strength check.
It's a straight up strength check. I think
All right,
with proficiency.
I'm not incredibly strong.
Do you have a strength? Modifier? No, hold on. Do you have a strength modifier, Jonathan?
I don't have a modifier.
Good. I'm knocked out.
Yeah. No, he can't kill you. So.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So you. Smack...
So he goes up and goes bam, and you hit Adam, and you clap him in the side of his ear, and Adam goes out.
Yeah. No, I hit the ground like a bucket of rocks.
Rest assured, that is not the extent of the punishment that I have for him. I am so terribly sorry, sirs. We will talk when we get back. Just looking at Katerin.
Yeah, and she just puts her head down. Sorry. And she just kind of backs up,
I am so incredibly sorry to have impunged on your days, sirs. With your blessing, I will make sure that these two do not bother you or your men of your station ever again.
Go ahead and roll me a deception with advantage.
Right.
Because the slap was pretty good.
This is pretty good.
Hey.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so all of the nobles just like look at each other and just and they all just start laughing, and this loud ruckus, just like, what a fucking bitch, just like laughing at Adam. And Florence, he just slowly starts to sheath his sword.
Dusty, pick this useless thing up. We're taking him back.
That's not very nice. You slapped him. He
deserves a lot more than that. And you, we're looking at Katerin. Come on.
Yeah, she puts her head down and starts to scamper towards you and just...
I think it's
Lucky I
luckiest
didn't cut her
disappeared.
fucking arms off.
And I am incredibly grateful for that. I will make sure she understands the gravity of what she's done.
His eye, as he's looking at you, sort of like rolls like it's involuntary, like down so that it's just white that you see, and then it comes back up and looks at you.
Don't let it happen again.
Absolutely. And I turn around immediately and I will start walking. All of you, come on.
Yeah, and you guys sort of with your tail between your legs start to head out of the market as Florence is very, very focused in on you guys, looking at you.
Do all growlers speak like that?
What, Dusty?
Never heard one talk before.
Not
Besides,
all
why
of them.
didn't we...
Not all of them. Dusty, wait, could you please wait just for a moment while we get out of their sight?
Alright, sorry.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, and I'll continue walking until we're like 5 or 10 minutes away from the marketplace.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, you can clear out of the marketplace, no problem. And unfortunately, this Florence guy has stopped any of you from getting anything from these people. So you guys have shown up empty-handed from the marketplace.
We will wait until he pisses off.
Now, as we get there, Catherine, I'm glad you're all right. That man literally would have killed you.
I don't think it was a man.
It wasn't. No, it was definitely someone who was burned. Just come back.
Well,
Dusty,
yeah.
I apologize for being rude to you. I simply just wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible.
well, you might have to make amends.
yeah. He's like really offended.
Well, I will try and find a way. Adam, and I just walk over and I just smack him on the face, trying to rouse him.
I think I'm unconscious for 2 hours.
Oh no. Yeah, Adam is out.
Alright, well, I'll apologize to him. Needless to say, the distraction did not go as well as it could have. Clearly. Lucky, are you around? And I just look around for Lucky.
I would just sort of materialize out of the crowd, probably.
Yeah. He's been like 15 paces off.
Alright, well, at least they didn't kill you. I think, at least for a while, we should come back after a few hours have passed and those men are gone. Next time I will go with my instincts and do the distraction myself. But I'm glad that none of you are hurt. That's the important bit. Very well.
Yeah, Catherine's a bit shaken up, just sort of like,
I've never seen him there before.
No, he is quite new.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
in all my years of scamming people off the streets and doing other such things, has Lucky ever seen anything like this before?
yep, you know this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you briefly know the story behind this guy.
All right.
So, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait on food. We do need it. We're almost out. But, again, we'll come back later. We should get Adam back to the funnel until he becomes conscious. Leaving him out here is dangerous for several reasons, the least of which being something coming and finishing him off. So, let's be off to the funnel then.
Yeah, nobody will protest.
Yeah.
I don't think. And you guys start to head back. What?
Where are the best places to hunt rats in the area? Because that's probably what I want to do in the couple of hours until he rouses. Because I know he's going to be up for a while.
The problem with hunting rats is that a lot of the time you have to go near the shanties, and the shanties are where a lot of the people that don't sleep in the funnel but they're still poor end up sleeping in. It's a large collection of like either broken homes and tents, etc., and there is a lot of rot there, so that your chances of catching it are pretty high. That's where most of the rats sort of congregate. So if you were to but you could obviously get some in the funnel too. The funnel is filled with them as well.
All right, then I'd probably just go and try. I'd probably spend the time while Adam is unconscious in the funnel, just hunting down as many rats as I could.
Okay. So I think if we're gonna go ahead for that, I think just for that, let's do a straight survival check. If
Might I also hunt for rats?
yeah, you guys can.
Not bad. Not great.
bad.
Not bad.
I will take responsibility for Adam and put him in bed.
Thank you.
I kill no rats.
Do you tuck
Yeah.
me in?
Huh?
Do you tuck me
So
in?
how many hours
Yeah.
are you intending to spend? 2?
Sure. Yeah.
So in the 2 hours of doing stuff, you have been able to identify where the rats are mostly coming in and out of, Lucky, but you have not been able to catch one.
So it'll be a lot easier next time I try, but
Yeah, because you know where they enter in and out of mostly.
Yes. In that time span, I will tuck Monsieur Adonam in.
You.
I'll see that your pillow. Well, actually, let's see if I see if your pillow is broken or not, shall I?
And Jormund, while you're looking around for rats, you notice Elodie and Colm come in from outside. Colm has a large bag filled with stuff.
Yeah, I immediately get up and rush over to them.
Yeah, she's walking with a walking stick, and Colm is just carrying stuff, and it's just like awkward for him.
I am pleased to see the two of you are quite all right. We were curious as to your whereabouts.
Yes, we didn't want to wake you. I know you were waiting up most of the night, anxiously.
Indeed. Might I ask where you all were?
Well, I'm gathering ingredients.
And Colin is carrying this large sack, and as he does, he clumsily sort of trips, and some of the bag's contents fall out, and he has a large bag full of tree bark from birch trees scraped off in this bag, and a bunch of it falls out.
Yeah, I bend down and I start picking it up. Quite all right.
Thank you.
Yes, well, I'm glad to see you. We actually did a bit of a rounds around the remaining scab hideouts nearby to make sure you hadn't gotten too brave and wandered off in that direction.
No.
Glad to see you're a smart man.
Sorry, she woke me.
No, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, and I put the rest of the bark back in the bag.
Yeah, and he just and she's like,
Come along, dear.
as she starts to walk towards her, her tent or her room, and Colin is following at her heels.
I will do so as well because I'm interested in something in that room.
Okay, so yeah, as you guys start to approach the room, you can hear thrashing about.
It seems we have a guest. I'll go attend to them.
Do you want any assistance?
Is this Elodie?
Yeah.
I think that would be pertinent. Yes, thank you.
Right. I think we are to part ways here, Colin, unless you'd like to see what you're going to be getting up to.
And she looks at you.
I like this one. Trust it.
And Colin, if you would like to see something, then I would say no one's seen in quite a long while. You're more than welcome to join us.
She just kind of apprehensively
Right. Of course.
Brace yourself. And I go and I throw open the flap and let them in.
Yeah, he so he throws you throw open the flap, and he sees you're in Elodie's abode for the first time, and there's a strange smell in here. It's just like mixed spices, etc., that always are emanating from this cauldron. But he immediately looks to the right, and there is a corpse of a woman thrashing about on the floor violently. Its skin is torn and bleeding at its wrists as it's trying to very, very frantically get out of the ropes and binds that it's in. You're thinking that if it was to get up right now, it could run. It would be sprinting at you, trying to rip you open.
Yeah. Well, see. Lucky has the only blade. I don't want to get close enough to a shiv, so unless anyone has better ideas.
Yeah, she's just,
I'll deal it.
Very well.
And Elodie starts to walk towards it, and as she does, the corpse gets pushed up against the wall by nothing.
Oh my lordy.
And she goes up to it and just looks at it sort of compassionately for a second. She scans up and down this thing's skin, and then she reaches out with her hand and just, and you hear her just crack this thing's neck with her arm. And it falls limply to the ground.
Well, thank you very much, my dear.
And she goes down to it and starts gathering the bit from it that you would need.
Oh, well, appreciate it.
Cole's just kind of standing there.
I assume you have all of the materials you need to treat me should what ails it come about me.
Yeah, she looks up at you and shakes her head.
Very well. Cone? And I start to throw an arm around him and I say, no. Cone, well, Elodie takes care of this. I will give you a very brief explanation as to what's happened. You see, I seek power. I seek change. And I find that I'd be much more capable to do so with the help of a certain being. Someone who can grant me power, that is. Power begets change, you see. And as you've seen here in the funnel and in Lumen Row, those without power will die.
Yeah, he's just like listening to your words as we're hearing these sickening sounds of flesh being torn open by Elodie's claws. And we see her just from Colton's perspective, we're hearing these words, and then he's looking at Elodie, and we see that like now Colton is starting to kind of see her, like the illusion is starting to break as he's realizing like she's not a frail old woman, right? As she's hunched over this thing, like digging into its chest cavity, like removing guts, etc. And then you see her just rip when we hear this nasty pop as she severs the heart from each of its strands and just pulls it out.
Barely any rot. That's quite good.
It's very good.
Quite good indeed.
I walk over to her. You see, Colm, as I said, without power, you die. We have power here. I seek more. Power of my own. And I just
looks off to the side and then like looks at you, and
I understand.
And I just look at the heart for a second. You know, it didn't say anything in the text whether or not I could cook this. It's just, you know, well, here we go. And I just brace yourself. And I just like open up my jaw and I rip into it.
God. Okay, yeah. So you start to consume, and you just start to bite, and this awful taste fills your mouth of iron.
It is disgusting.
Yeah, and it's pretty brutal to manage down, but you manage to swallow a large chunk of it, and as you feel it going down your throat, go ahead and make me a con save.
Yep.
DC 13.
Okay.
You
It's
can
not
do it, my
too
boy.
terrible. I have a con mod. Hey!
And you
Meant
can
to
feel
be.
yourself wanting to vomit, but at the same time, like as you're wanting to vomit, you're like, no, that will be insulting.
Mm-hmm.
So you start to, you manage to get it down, and you feel it sliding all the way down your throat, and like it's just this warm feeling.
Ugh.
But it feels foreign and not welcome as it's, coating your throat and as it coats your stomach. And Colin is looking on with you with surprisingly not horror. He's just sort of staring at you, like sort of more intrigued as to what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to be a little bit scared of her though, because he's starting to like once again break the illusion that she puts up of herself. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Fucked up.
Fuck anyone who watches the YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna. But this is where the season ends, guys. Right before.